Today I'm going to show you a really pretty two-tone nail that you can use just by itself, or you can use it as a background for our new rhinestone collection. It's going to be a really pretty design. So I'm going to come in with our cover pink, and I'm going to start to build out my nail body. I'm going to press on my cuticle, and I'm going to start to kind of angle my finger downward so that it's pointing down at my table. This way the product is going to run down and start to form my smile line. Now as my product is starting to set, I'm just going to use again the edge of my brush and just really gently just kind of pull that brush forward. Okay, so our nail body is all set now. You can tell by tapping on it. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to file that smile line in case I need to just touch that up at all. And I'm using a brand new 150 grit file. I have not removed the sharp edges from it. Now if you feel like you need to take your form off, go ahead and take your form off, and you can come through and clean up that smile line. Give it a quick dust, and then I'll put another form on underneath. Use a little bit of protein bond right at that edge just to make sure that I have a good bond between my next coat. So we're going to use our Bahama Blitz from our Slick Pour collection, and I'm going to apply just a thin layer of this, and then we're going to cap it in clear. Tuck in on the sides and all the way up into that corner. You want to make sure that you get your product all the way up into that corner so that you don't file out the edge. Bring that out to our point, and then we'll come in with our speed clear. I'm just going to pick up a nice size pearl and we'll cap that whole extension. I don't need to put any clear over the nail bed because that's already got enough structure. So I'm just capping my glitter just again so I don't file that glitter off. Okay, so I went ahead and filed the nail. Got laid out here a few different stones that I'm going to use on this nail, and one of them is a little bit larger. So when I'm working with the larger stones, I actually like to use our clear Sculptor to adhere it. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of my clear Sculptor right onto that nail, and I'm just going to set that right down onto that product. Make sure that there's gel underneath the whole stone. Now a little bit of that gel did squeeze out, so I'm just going to use my gel brush and just clean up a little bit of that. I don't need to set it very long. 10 seconds is enough to just freeze that into place, so now I can work on the rest of my design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my smile line with some of our neon pink stones. These are a little bit smaller, so I actually don't need to use the clear Sculptor with these. I'm going to use our Ultimate Finish Gel because these are just going to set right down into the top coat. It's a little bit of a thicker top coat, so again, it's not going to run. So those stones are going to stay right where I put them. Now be careful that you don't get any of that top coat over the surface of your stones because that'll kind of take away some of their shine. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up our stones. I'm starting right in the center, and then I'm just going to work out to the sides. At this point, you'll notice that I'm not being super particular where my stones go. I'm just kind of getting them in the general area. So now at this point, again, I'm going to turn my stone picker-upper around, and I'm going to use that metal part. Make sure everything is evenly spaced. At this point though, I do want to add just a little bit more of my Ultimate Finish Gel right around that larger stone just to make sure that I've sealed all the way around it. So again, I'm going to go back with my striper brush and just touch up right around that edge and just right at the base of that stone. It's kind of like when you have your diamond ring and you've got those prongs on the diamond ring holding that stone in there. It's kind of what we're doing at this point. We're going to give our our stone a little bit more something to hold it down in there by outlining around the base of it. Now again, because these smaller stones just kind of set right down into our top coat, I don't necessarily need to go around them because there's probably enough of my top coat around them to hold them in. But if you feel like you need to, go ahead and just kind of touch around the edges just to make sure that they're set in there. And then we'll go ahead and do a final cure on this one. So again, 1 to 2 minutes to cure all the way through.
Subscribe and comment below for your chance to win $50 and a gift code that you can use to shop at youngnails.com.